Here are highlights from our upcoming conversations with entrepreneurs who are involved in the food and wine industry.
Tradition of cheese making, which is we inoculate the milk with cultures and enzymes. That then forms a curd. We cut the curd, drain the whey, and at that point we have fresh cheese, which we can make. Or we can, for example, in the case of this other cheese, we can put it in an aging room and create a rind on it, much like a camembert or a brie. So. What's distinct about this cheese is that we make it the exact same way that cheese is made.
So you're just swapping out the milk for almond milk or some kind of a nut milk?
Exactly.
Okay.
So we use almond milk, whereas others might use cow's milk, sheep's milk, or goat's milk.
Okay. Before we go any further, we need to taste the cheese. I tasted it, but I have somebody...
I think that's a great idea.
I tasted it and I was blown away, but we have somebody. Kathleen is going to give us a shot, and she's going to try the cheese and tell us what she thinks of it. And what is it that she's trying?
So she's trying the aged, soft, ripened cheese. And what's interesting is that this cheese forms this beautiful rind, as I said, much like a camembert or a brie. And the flavor, in this case, as with all of our cheeses, is made through the process. So the taste and texture is a function of our process, as opposed to having to add different ingredients to approximate the taste and texture of cheese. It's a very natural process. So it's this sort of almost interesting way in which new knowledge and new know-how allow us to actually follow a very time-honored tradition.
You have this very Egyptian theme going on here.
Yes, well, that's people ask me that a lot. My name is Theodora, which is also gift of God. When I pledged Delta Sigma Theta sorority, a Greek sorority back at Spelman College in Atlanta, Georgia, my line name was Theopolis. And that's how I came up with the name Theopolis Vineyards.
And here I thought polis means a city or a town.
Well, no,
Greek.
but Theopolis means gift of God, just like Theodora. Then, when I was trying to come up with a label design, people saw me on the tractor and started calling me Theopatra, Queen of the Vineyard. And so as I sat down with my graphic artist to try to come up with a label, he's like, Theopatra, why don't we make your label
Cleopatra.
Theopatra, in the image of Cleopatra.
So that's what it is.
That's exactly what it is. Just like the Greek Cleopatra went into Egypt and took over. I am Theopatra, and I'm going to take the wine business by.
We moved out to the Bay Area, me and my co-founders, a few years ago, and while everyone sort of had their own tech houses in Menlo Park and they were coding, we were sitting in that house in Menlo Park and cooking.
Oh, you watch Silicon Valley?
We do, yeah. So it was a little too close to home on that one. You just take all of the coding and you put recipes, and that's what we were doing. And so we had dinner parties every night, and so we've been working on it for a while.
So are you Dinesh?
We're just going to stay away from all of those. Those guys are all interesting folks.
Oh, are you Guilfoyle?
You know what? Whichever one is making it tick, we'll be there.
Oh, so you're Richard.
A little less awkward, hopefully. But
Okay, so you got 4.5 million.
We did, yeah. We were tremendously fortunate. We've got a great group of investors that loved the concept. They saw what we had built in the last 3 years. We built 3 restaurants and, frankly, a pretty passionate fan base. And they saw in that, I think, the kernel for something greater. And so we got $4.5 million to go out and grow the business. And
what was your elevator pitch?
The elevator pitch was that food is too often boring. And really, food needs to be flavorful because our lives need to be flavorful.